When the final moments of Squid Game rolled across millions of screens, silence fell not just in the rooms where fans sat glued to the edge of their seats, but in the hearts of viewers who had traveled the brutal, emotional journey alongside the characters. But imagine being one of the cast members, living through those scenes, filming those devastating choices, and then witnessing the finale, just like the rest of the world. Now, the stars are breaking their silence, and their reactions to that jaw-dropping ending will leave you speechless. Lee Young-jae, who brought Seong Ji-hun to life, admitted that even he didn't know how emotionally wrecked he would be watching the final episode. In a behind-the-scenes interview, he revealed, "Reading the script is one thing, living it, breathing it on set, is another. But seeing the final edit, I sat there, just frozen. I didn't know if I wanted to cry or scream. That last phone call, it changed everything." The pain, betrayal, and haunting morality of his character's final decision to not board the plane was more than just a twist, it was a punch to the soul. Lee shared that he rewatched it 3 times in a row, trying to process the weight of Ji-hun's transformation from a desperate man into someone who now carries the responsibility of exposing the darkness behind the games. Jung-ho Yeon, who stole the world's heart as Kang Si-byuk, revealed that she cried when she watched the finale, even though her character had already exited the story. "Watching it felt like I was back inside the game. Every face, every death, every choice, it came flooding back. And when Ji-hun dyed his hair red, that wasn't just symbolism, it was rage, pain, fire. I think the ending was perfect because it left us all broken. And maybe we needed to be broken." Park Hae-soo, who played the morally torn Sang-woo, admitted he struggled to breathe during the finale. "The silence in that final scene was louder than any scream. The show didn't just end, it echoed. I was both proud and devastated. And that's exactly what Squid Game was always about. The cost of survival." His voice trembled as he recalled filming the final standoff in the rain, where he and Lee Young-jae spent hours soaked, emotionally drained, delivering lines with the weight of life and death behind every word. And then came the final twist, something that the cast had kept under tight wraps for months. The reveal that the old man, Il-nam, was the game's architect all along shattered the internet. Oh Young-soo, who portrayed Il-nam with such heartbreaking vulnerability, admitted that hiding that secret was one of the hardest things he's ever done. "People came up to me crying about Il-nam. They called him their favorite, and all I could do was smile and say thank you, knowing the betrayal was coming. When the truth dropped, I knew hearts would break. Mine did too." But perhaps the most raw and vulnerable reaction came from behind the camera. Director Hwang Dong-hyuk shared a personal video diary of his feelings after wrapping the final episode. In it, he sits alone in a room, staring at the final shot of Ji-hun walking away from the plane. His voice cracked as he said, "I didn't want a happy ending. I wanted truth, and truth hurts." For the cast, Squid Game wasn't just a series, it was an emotional battlefield. They've lived through it twice, once on set, once on screen. And now, sharing their thoughts publicly, they've given fans one last gift: honesty, vulnerability, and raw emotional truth. As fans clamor for news about Season 2, the cast remains tight-lipped about what comes next. But one thing is clear: the impact of the finale was seismic. Not just in the world of television, but in the hearts of those who made it happen. The tears were real. The silence after the credits rolled wasn't just cinematic, it was human. So if you felt shaken by the end of this, you're not alone. The stars of Squid Game are right there with you, still haunted, still moved, still waiting for what comes next. And when it does, the world will be watching again. For more emotional behind-the-scenes stories, celebrity reactions, and shocking twists in the world of entertainment, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Celebs Empire. You won't want to miss what happens next.